No, he was never URL staff. He was talking and acting for the position, and he was vying for a position. He had spoken to me, he had spoken to Chico, and he had proposed the things that he said that he wanted to do, but we never hired him because of the way that he conducts himself.
So let me get this straight. He lied about saying that you said that I put it on my flag, Mook battle to happen. That was a lie. And his last lie is he said he worked for URL. He said I was a scammer because I tried to get $20,000 with no contract. He said it's unheard of. But he asked you for a $3,000 advance 3 months before September with no contracts. The exact same thing last year.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, Beasley, you can't. A corporation as big as y'all cannot send nobody no fucking cash out, bro. Like, if you gonna tell the business, you gotta tell the business. You don't even have a bank. You ain't got a bank account. Like, what you? Like you ain't. You. I'm sure you told them you weren't gonna send a cash out, right?
Exactly.
You can't send cash out. So right. It's either you don't have a bank account. Why would you? You know what? You know what's crazy, Bees? I wouldn't even have no problem with this if he didn't shit on other battle rappers all day. All he do is sit up here and act like he this higher power nigga that make all these numbers and do all this stuff. When URL, when you backstab URL, who been giving you your highest checks for 10 years, you backstabbed them because they didn't hire you, and they didn't give you 3,000. I'm sure during the pandemic, you're the reason he was eating, right? Caffeine.
I'll be honest, right? I'll be honest, like. I don't know what was going on at that time. I'm not gonna make it sound like he does have a bank account. He does that I've sent money to. So I'm not gonna lie like he does. Like I'm not gonna.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he does. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that $3,000 was his deposit or whatever the case was, or the numbers that we were working with towards to pay him. It was just the number.
What was it for then, B? Then what was $3,000 for? Why he's asking you for $3,000 if you don't know what it's for, B?
I don't know, but
do that make sense? Do it make sense? Yes or no? Do it make sense? Yes or no? That's all. Do it make sense?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, on the same page.
I'll say this, like, regarding like what you said, like again, when you have somebody who does that, it is kind of wild. You know what I'm saying? Because when you make fun of other, like you said, like you get on here and you clown other guys and you talk down to people, it's unnecessary. And that was one of the reasons why I wouldn't even consider hiring him for that position, because of stuff like that. It's also too interest. Like you can't have one talent or one artist knowing what other artists make or what their personal situations are. So that's good for business.
So, but he said he wanted to fight you and all that because you owe him money, though, B. So it seemed like you hide something from me or somebody lying. He said y'all owe him money. He gonna fight you, and why is he this mad at you then, B? He made a space about you for a whole year every day. URL. Why is he this mad at y'all?
Oh my God. I don't know. I'm not interested in fighting Verb. I'm a businessman. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a boxer. I do business. My role is not to argue and mudsling with talent. My role is to step to these corporations. Go talk to the BETs, get battle rap on the BET Awards, talk to the Sirius radios and Funk Flexes and Hot 97s and facilitate opportunity for talent to go up. Link with, companies like Caffeine, link with big artists like Drake and bring them to the culture, bring attention to what's happening. Those are the things that are my responsibility. This small meat, low level, operational shit.
But Beans, he said I'm a hothead, right? And say I be my attitude and did all this. But him as a 40-year-old man, 40-year-old plus man, made a space about a company every fucking day for a year, talking about he was gonna fight the league on it. He wanted to fight the league on it as a 40-year-old plus man, and y'all don't even owe him anything. Y'all don't even owe him no money.
Well,
he's mad at y'all.
Well, this is what I define crazy, right? So let's clear the air, right? Like, let's go back. Let's look at the history of URL. Let's look at URL as a company, right? So there's, we've dealt with hundreds of MCs, right? And at the end of the day, like, we're all family, right? For the most part, right?
Yeah.
We'll have ups, we'll have downs. Times when I'm not getting along with certain MCs for a year or two, and then we bump into each other, we talk, and then you see them back on the platform again. These things have happened, throughout the history of the company. But there's one thing that you never hear, and that's that URL owes me money. You never hear I rapped and didn't get paid. You never hear I signed a contract and I didn't get the money that was in my contract. You never hear those things. You know what I'm saying? And we have a stellar record for paying, our debts or our talent, or, if we owe someone, we pay them. If somebody, signed a contract for a specific amount of money, that's the money they get, and they get it when we say that they get it. So I don't know what he's talking about when he says that I owe money and all this stuff. This guy flew around the country on a campaign talking about it. He flew out to New York, went to Math Hoffa's show, spent all this time and energy doing all these things, but never once tried to call me to tell me the money that I owed him. He never, and I'm not even saying like I'm inviting him to a fight. Like, if you think that I owe you money, you should get your manager on the phone.
Right? You can't. Y'all had a million events.
Right.
Y'all had a million events. You had events in Atlanta. Y'all had everywhere. So if you owe him money, why not come? Okay, I got a question. If you owe me money, or you owe Averb money, who's coming to get their money? If you had to just pick, which one of us are really show up to get our money, Beast?
If I had to put my money on it, I would never owe anybody any money. But if I ever did owe money, or you believed that I owed you money, I can guarantee that you would show up and ask me what's up with the money. Whether I believe that whether you really owe you money or not, I believe that you would show up and get the money. But that's what I'm saying. Like, this is a guy who proclaims to be from the mean streets of St. Louis, but he hasn't shown up anywhere. I'm at all the events. I advertise where I'm going to be. He doesn't come by and ask for the money. Like, if he can...
But he just talking out of space every day.
Right. And I'm not even saying, like, come to the event and we can do it. I'm saying, listen, if I owe you money, we have enough of a relationship. You can call me. You can show up in person. Say, hey, can we step to the side? Can we talk? Hey, look, let me show you this. I didn't get paid for this and that. And we can work out whatever needs to be handled. Right? Or if it's beyond that point, right, and it has to be another type of a conversation, just come to where I'm at, right, and put me in a position to where I have to defend myself, and I'll give you everything that you're seeking.
Yeah.
Is that I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I know you're politically correct.
I'm a businessman. Like, I'm on defense. Like, I don't get into, like, if you look at my track record, I'm in every city. I'm in the smallest events. I go to these wild Brooklyn events. I go to events in the hole in the wall. I walk around by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have like some big, oversized security guards and dudes. I'm around
security that's gonna kill you on site. Armed security, none of that goofy.
I don't portray that image. That's not who I am. Like, I don't put forth that energy, and I can walk around comfortably. But I don't owe anybody any money. And if you believe that I owe money, you should come and me for the money. You should get your lawyer, get your legal team together, and handle it that way. If that's not the way that you do it, if you don't have money for a lawyer and you think you want to talk to me about it, you should come and talk to me, and we can sit down and go through the paperwork and figure it out. If it's beyond that, if it's beyond sitting down and talking to the paperwork, and you want another type of conversation with me, as I said, put me in a position to where I have to defend myself, and I'm going to give you everything that you're seeking. I promise you. You handle the situation,
Hey, but listen, it's just some guys rather just do the internet shit. See, I just want the people to know before I let you get out of here, and because I really appreciate you coming, just clearing the air on a few things. But people got to start deciding where they gonna let the bull. They always say they mad at the culture, but they let the bullshit rock. Anytime Hitman come to a spaces back in the day, like prior to this, it was me putting gangster cars together, me giving low tier battle rappers opportunities, me trying to book battles that the culture want to see with myself. Like I don't get in spaces and talk about the female battlers and who they fucking, who got STDs. I don't talk about league owners every day. I don't have a problem with, because from the looks of it, he can't battle on RBE no more. He's not gonna be on URL no more. He ran out another sponsor. He's the one that's bringing the cancer into the culture. You got younger people, not even younger people, but up and coming, well, not even up and coming, people like Geechee Gotti, like under A-Verb, meaning like he came afterwards, but Geechee is putting money in battlers' pockets. You know what I'm saying? You got Easy. You got all these other people that came after you that's really doing something for battle rappers, and all you want to do is come online and badmouth battle rappers all day. You talk bad about the women. You talk bad about the league owners. You talk bad about the fans. You don't do nothing positive for battle rap except bring a fucking circus and all this blah, blah, blah shit. And then when the niggas meet you halfway to what the same shit you talking about, you want to tuck your tail. You want to talk about armed security. You want to give excuse and after excuse. So what I'm saying is, I'm tired of the culture letting this dumb shit rock. Y'all let a nigga talk 1,000 hours in spaces and ain't prove one thing. Like, I gotta stop that. We got a whole league on here who just politically said the guy's bullshit, bro. I'ma say it for you, bro. You ain't say it, but you.
Yeah, I can't say it, but what I say is this, right? Like over the years, like I've seen a lot of people do things to help the culture. Like a lot of talent try to build and give opportunity. You know what I mean? I like what Geechee's doing. The right. I like what John has done with Bullpen. I like what you did with Bags and Bodies. You know, everybody is trying to find a way to improve and to build and to help the culture become bigger. You know, because ultimately, that's what's important, right? It's like there has to be growth and there has to be support from the culture and the fans in order for us to continue to do what we do. Because battle rap is, while it does have a big impact, it still is a small community of people who keep it going, right? And URL, URL is that force. You know what I'm saying? That does that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, we all find new ways to fuel it, right? Like, people, you even linked with like a partner, like with Coastal Rain, to bring Bags and Bodies there because, monetization is not really going down on YouTube like that. The algorithm's not necessarily there on YouTube in that way, right? So like,
especially with the juice and all the apps that's doing good. You know what I'm saying? Like try to follow that TV shows and shit that's going on with Juice. Now that's TV. They all started from scratch and going crazy.
Right, and that's what, like, even with the app, right? Like, that's why we built it. So that when something like this happens on YouTube where monetization is lower and the ads are lower and we can't generate the same type of money, it allows us to add on to like shows that we have going on. Like there were times where caffeine budgets weren't as robust as we had liked them to be. So we were able to take money from supporters from the app and put it towards battles that people wanted to see. Like even in a situation where we're not with caffeine, we're still able to pull off something like Loaded Lux versus Rum Nitty. You know what I'm saying? Due to the app and the support that we get from it. So, it's, again, I'll mention, man, like when you have these parasites who bootleg what we have as a culture, we won't survive. We won't be able to do big events like Hitman, Holla, and Murder Move if we don't have the support of the people who love what it is that we're all tuning into. And I'm just speaking in general. Whoever, if you like an event that's coming up, whether it's URL or not URL, support it, buy that shit, because that's how we keep the culture going.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. And we just want to say we appreciate it, man. Like I said, I know we had our ups and downs.
Real quick. I will be announcing Summer Madness Kings versus Queens date and the rest of the battles that are on there. In the next few days, it will be taking place in September. I have an exclusive event for the app next Saturday, August the 3rd. We got a couple of battles. Look out for the trailer. It's free for anybody that has the app. If you got the app, you can just log on and you can see the battles for free. We'll be streaming them directly to the URL TV website. But if you're an app member, you can go on and you can see the battles for free. You know what I'm saying? And if not, just pay the $7.99 and come on and check the battles. $7.99. I'll be releasing the cards this week. We got some fire battles on there, and that'll be taking place next Saturday.
What's up with Hitman? And when Hitman back on URL?
Well, me coming on this spaces should lower your price down. So we should be, you know what I'm saying?
We need to put something together that's faster. Hey, unlike somebody, I don't get paid for the space. I let the bloggers eat. I let Butterfly, Chris Unbiased, Piper Boy, Battle Rap Child. I let all of them get their. Listen. That's how much I give back to the culture. I got my own channel, Bees. I could have did this on my own channel, got 200,000 views, and got the money. I said, bring spaces on here and let the bloggers eat. This, I always help the culture, even when you know what I'm saying? Like, so I did this for the culture, bro. I appreciate you, Bees. I'm going to holler at you. Nah. We know we got that. We got something in the works. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying. We get back to that.
We're gonna keep working. You know what I'm saying. Everybody. We'll get it. We'll get it going. Hopefully, Hitman Holla will show us some sympathy. You know what I'm saying, and give us a price. I won't have to, auction my house or anything. You know what I'm saying?
Well, fuck it, man. Send me 3,000 right now, so I know it's real. Send me 3,000 right now, so I know it's real. All right, Bees. I call you, my dog.
All right, man. We'll talk soon. Everybody that was on listening, thank you. For lending the ear, and let's continue to move forward and prosper, and let's continue to make the culture great. Let's continue to support it. Because we're all we got.
No doubt, man. I'll see you soon.
Talk with you soon. One.
All right.